Right, hello, this is a branch vlog for 0.2.2.8. I've already recorded it once, but I didn't like how it turned out. You like bug testing stuff. So, re-recording it. Start at the top, highlight usual process, bugs first. Name was wrong for communication type rooms. So, I'll be really quick with this. Essentially, I kept on interchanging between communication and communications on the level name, on the enum, on a couple of ways how I've wrote it in like different places, and it could have caused a big problem if I was still using string literals for levels. It did to a degree on one occasion because while I use the enum for the levels here, I still use a string literal to pick which player start, because that level movement relates to these player starts, whatever it's named in here. Um, so did still cause a problem, though only a minor one, because it just loaded up the wrong level, and I thought, okay, so it's wrong name. I missed the S. So that's sorted. Use text being wrong, and widget yes on the widget here. Item. Why can I never find it? By default, it was use, and um, this was set to uh, can be used not. It was either had a not bool like that glued to it in the middle, or it was back to front. One or the other. It's the same outcome. It's the same logical outcome, and that meant that it was defaulting to a use text, and the default use text was use. Now it's now bad time, so I know something's wrong because the default text will be so obviously wrong, because there's some items where the default text is actually use. So yeah, not very helpful. But helpful now. Projectile casings fall through the floor. I will showcase at the end of this, but you'll be able to jump to it as well if you look for the showcase bit in the about me, the about video bit. Um, Projectiles. We want blueprints. Projectile. We want this projectile. You'll notice that the bullet and the casing are separate. So a while ago, when I destroyed the bullet on impact or like collision with an enemy or a wall, it would destroy the casing. And I was like, it doesn't look right. So I split it. So now the bullet can be destroyed, but the casing will persist for 20 seconds. Unless this whole bullet projectile has been completely destroyed for some other reason. But on the casing, it's this. Use CCD, continuous collision detection. You'd put that on, and the bullets will be like real life. They'll bounce along the floor. If a bullet casing lands on another bullet casing, they'll both, just like you drop two bullet casings on top of each other, they'll bounce off each other like two marbles or whatever. Essentially it'll move like bullet casings. It'll interact with it. It will bounce off you. It will bounce off other things. Otherwise, it'll just fall through the floor. So that's that. Extra vertex on hallway, upper static mesh. Nothing really to show. It's just when I made it in Blender, I just made some extra vertexes. I was testing something out. So vertexes are like little dots. So I just needed to glue two dots together and then re-import. The next one, empty name variable for NPCs. This relates to when I go to the characters. Already don't really need it. Like I fixed it for the time being, but I already know I'm upgrading past it. But you see the name, these are all blank. So if that's blank, that defaults to Barry, regardless of what NPC it is. And I was like, well, something's not right here, because I'm pretty sure I didn't add in 3 Barrys So yeah, it just that currently is being used to select the correct animation blueprint. Completely can overhaul it now, but yeah, just functional for the time being. Making it functional for a V2 before I move the NPCs to V3, like I moved the enemies partly to V3. Move redundant prologue levels. Yes, you might remember if you've been watching a lot of these videos, I had loads of prologue levels and nothing in Act 1, 2 and 3. I realised that a lot of these prologue levels I made, like though the doors are in the prologue levels, like the hallway, a lot of them are not even used. They're locked. You can't actually access them in the prologue. So I realised they're actually Act 1 levels. So that saved me a bit of time. For example, Lowered Arms is locked on the prologue. You never enter it. So I swapped it from being an actual door blueprint and an actual card reader to just sprite placeholders. Same with Sarah's bedroom, same with upstairs. You can't actually get by it because it's blocked, like in the story. But even if you did manage to get by it, it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, so things like that. So lower dorms, for example, and upper dorms, and the recreation room, and the hallway upper, and Sarah's bedroom, Sarah's bathroom are all, um, and the kitchen. The kitchen are all Act 1 levels. So that's why you see less prologue and loads of Act 1s. Did that. Also removed it from the enums. The enum is the thing that lets you select everything. There you go. See, there's not many P's now. And then there's all the A's, all the 2's, A1, A2, A3, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. So yeah, that's that one. Adjusted normal map textures. Yes, a lot of the normal maps, though they were normal maps, the texture group was not 2D filtered. I'm trying to not take up too much time in this video because it does take a toll when I'm trying to re-listen to it and get it all ready to publish. But yeah, I'll show you that there. If you upload it, you like import it with underscore normal or underscore n, it will, if it's looking for those, if you set something to catch it in the editor, then it will default it to normal map, but it will not default it to 2D pixels and filtered. It'll default it to, I don't know, maybe like wild, and it's just blurry. Meanwhile, 2D pixels unfiltered does it like 2D you'd expect. You also flip the green. Normally, I don't color it like that. It's how it imports it, but you need to flip it as well if you're doing classic normal maps due to direct text as normal maps versus OpenGL. So I just tidied that up a bit. Fixed interior light issue. Yeah, it was a bit too dim in places, a bit too bright in other places. Didn't function coherently with the light switch in the interior light, the other interior lights, and the exterior rectangle light. So fix that. I'll quickly go through the Act 1 levels. So we have the prologue. It's going to say that every time now. So there's been a gravity desync event between the end of the prologue and the start of Act 1. It's how you wake up in Act 1 actually. So you can see there's a bunch of stuff's been knocked about. It's just, stuff's just a bit all over the place. But yeah, that's about that. The storeroom. So let me highlight it. Let's save it. I didn't do anything. Same again with the storeroom. Desync event. Knock some stuff over. You can see some stuff's leaning against the wall. Yeah, subtle changes really for some of these levels. Nothing crazy radical. The guard posts, so the chairs have moved. The waste bin has fallen over. That's no longer flashing, and that will be a broken monitor on the next branch when I make the Act 1 items. And these are handgun bullets and an empty mag and a partial mag that you can then collect and then craft to, just like pop bullets in, create full mags, for example. There's storages, containers in the Prologue versions of some of these rooms which are now locked, and some of them are unlocked in Act 1. So it just gives you a reason to go, oh, actually I'll go check if that's still locked, sort of mentality. Metroidvania stuff, like exhumed as well. Big change. I have changed the floors for the hallways and a bunch of other ones. You will see that there's like an alpha, so you can see through it, and lights can shine through it. And some on the hallway upper, there's no lights that are directly underneath the grills, but on hallway lower there are, and the normal hallway. But you can see it shines through. Yeah, much better. There's lights there. I've added a normal map. I'll talk about it in a bit, but I've added normal maps to these stairs, which make it look infinitely better than just being all black. Because it didn't know how to react to lights. So this is hallway upper. That needs to be capped off. I will chop it off probably about here going forward. Yeah, as far as this one goes. Hallway lower has had a change. The Act 1 variant of hallway lower has also had a change, but the Act 1 variant stops you passing past this bit. There's like an invisible wall plus a character that talks to you. And then that's when Prologue ends. But the Act 1 variant has all you've seen here with you see it's got lights underneath. All like that. But then you can go down the stairs. Those stairs trigger a walking up the stairs animation. These you just walk up and down. Armoury, comms room, hangar. These stairs you can walk up and down, and it triggers the going upstairs animation around about here. That takes you to the comms tower. But yeah, this is the hallway lower. Upper dorms left and right, I will blitz through them because it's exactly what we've seen before. I've just tweaked the interior light. Nothing, literally nothing's different. I've just moved it from Prologue to Act 1 because it's an Act 1 level. I've moved the boxes. I should have already highlighted that. Cafeteria. Cafeteria. I've actually changed both, so I'll show you both. This is the Act 1. You will see there's less things to collect. The kitchen is now open because it's not locked there, locked false. If I just show you the Prologue kitchen, not Prologue kitchen, Prologue cafeteria, you could see it's got more stuff there, so you can do your crafting, it's got the people in, because obviously the Prologue's like before all the madness happens. The kitchen is locked both from this way and the hallway way. There's the cook. There is a piece of work for me to make this semi-transparent, translucent? No. Opaque is this. Transparent is see-through. Translucent is like kinda see-through. Yeah. Yeah, if we're going off the boys, the first episode of that hero is called Translucent, isn't he? He's not actually transparent. He's translucent. So I think that is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, so I need to do that. The Act 1 kitchen. Same again, it's had no love except from just the usual. If I've tweaked the lights logic, it'll have benefited, but it's had no extra special love. Recreation room, again, nothing special. Does look really nice though, like the lighting logic has come through really well. I will actually play you it to show you this one. So that's how dark it is. Light on, you can do that. Obviously it's a bit dark, but then you can left alt lowers it, right alt increases it, and what it's doing is it's increasing the intensity of the exterior light. So now you see, now I kind of wanted to do it a bit like Sunshine. You know when he starts losing his mind, that guy from the I best not spoil the movie. He starts losing his mind and watching the sun too much, doesn't he? In a similar sort of room. So yeah, I went for that sort of aesthetic, and I think it looks real cool. Lower domes identical, absolutely identical, nothing different. Communication room is new, but this is level creation branch. It's not creating everything in the rooms, it's creating the shell. So that's the shell. You will see I've changed the floor type. I'm getting a bit slicker, a bit better to my old ways. Quicker turnaround, making like nicer looking levels, I guess you just refer to it as. A little bit too dark, does need a little bit of love, but yeah. So right there like that, D D D D D, and then it's written the right way. Comms room, boom. There you go. It's that. It's still called Armoury, so let's just call that comms room. Doesn't matter really because the name of it isn't important. It's what's in the tag that's important for the player start. I just renamed it for the sake of it. Armoury. Again, empty. Empty, or I guess you say like hollow, but ready to put stuff in. These doors are not permanent doors. These are placeholder version 1s. Going forward, I really want to avoid the on-the-noseness of it just telling you exactly what room it is. Like I want to put signs on the wall, or like some sort of like story world hint. Like you go into a medical, you go into a lab. If it starts looking like you go into a lab, like in Resident Evil 2, when you get to the end and you go to like that lab bit after the tramp, you're going into a lab, don't you? It doesn't have to say lab on its thing. You know from the aesthetic, the surroundings, the scenery. That's what I'm going for. Right, observation room. So stairs, not related to those stairs you saw in hallway lower. This is, you remember the hangar door? Imagine the hangar is like down here. Down here. And there's a set of stairs in the hangar. And the set of stairs in the hangar go to the observation room. That's where they relate to. So the observation room, you'll be able to look out there. There's a ventilation shaft that you can pass through. It does work. It does pass through. Ventilation shaft. Quite simple. Very, very, very basic. True V1. We've got you come in contact. It loads up the level. You don't even need to press E. So you come from the communications tower to ventilation shaft. That's if you went left, and if you go right, ventilation shaft to observation room. So the room we were just in. Communications tower, so imagine we're coming left. So you've come up the top of the stairs. You've come into the communications tower. Well, loads of computers set up. That's the ventilation shaft. If I just show you how it works. I don't actually have, yeah, a bit too dark at the moment, still need to tweak the settings. I don't have a transition for the whole ventilation shaft yet, so you'll just see the stairs when you walk through it. Like that, there you go. See, it looks odd there, doesn't it? But let me show you something. If once I get crouch working properly again, you'll see it'll be the perfect size for him to crouch through it, and then I'm just going to force you to crouch. It'd be like a forced crouch, like that. Obviously, like his head just goes straight through it, doesn't it? But you can see what I'm going for. Got that, and then imagine going out the ventilation shaft into here, and then there you have it. Yeah, those lights are actually turned on in the other room by default. Let me just do it now. Why can't I find it? It's in alphabetical and my brain still isn't working. Right, yeah, off. So let's get them all. Click them. Let's click on. Play it. There you go. I also think the interior light is turned off because there's no light switch. You see, the light switch normally controls whether it's on or off. A little bit better. Not great. I'll probably have to put a light switch in. Sarah's bedroom, same as before. You know, same as before. Lowered the books a bit so the shadows don't look as ridiculous. Bathroom, same as before. Played around with the tiles a bit. Tiles are still a bit too big. I do need to do a proper version 2 of the diffuse map, like the texture map, what you look at the colours as well as how it interacts with the light. I really want to get the light to work off the crevices, which is really easy to do, to be honest. It's a true version 1. I just needed a placeholder for a static mesh blender made 3D model when I was doing the bathrooms that I didn't highlight when I said it. Bedroom. I've already talked about the bedroom, haven't I? But I'll just reiterate. So, Prologue bedroom. Act 1 bedroom. There you go. It's like my eyes are too lazy. I know it's in alphabetical, but I'm looking like for where it historically is when I visually saw it rather than just trying to do alphabetical, and that's why it's taking me longer than it should do to find stuff. That's that. Here you can see there's a bit of tape there for crafting. There's a chocolate bar if you, depending on how much you want your chocolate bar, I guess. But yeah, there's that. Hallway. So let me show you Act 1 hallway and then I'll go to Prologue. Act 1 hallway does seem quite dark. You'll see there's a bit of blood there which leads you to the communal bathroom, which isn't on here, which I'll show you straight after this actually. And then you can actually go up and down. You see it's got the collision when you walk in. If I play it, the lights won't be perfect and it will say preview lighting, but you'll see that a bunch of them are flickering. And as you just walk through it, you could do like orthographic or perspective. Can't zoom out in perspective, it's a different sort of concept. You see, like, things have been knocked over, something's not right. Then you've got that there. Let me load up. Actually, before I load up the communal bathroom, let me show you the Prologue hallway. So Prologue hallway, bit tidier, a bit brighter, less flickery lights. This is an part of an event that happens. One sec. Right, sorry, I'm back. Yes, so there's an act. Not an act. There's an event. Let me go into a bit of detail, but not too much. You have missions. And you have events. So I guess in Fallout World, they used to call them encounters, didn't they? You know, back when Fallout was good. You have really good encounters, which kind of like unique encounters. I know they were a bit more random. Imagine this is, some of the events are random, some of the events are not random, and this is one of the not random events, but it's not to mission level. Let's put it that way. That's what they're there. And then you can just see, like I said about placeholders, tidied it up a bit. That's that. I wanted to show you the communal bathroom, didn't I? So, rough time in the communal bathroom. A couple of variations. You could see there's an Act 1 variation of the sink. It's slightly knocked off centre, a bit of blood there. Same with the bath, same with the toilet. Same with the material. I guess they diffuse for the room. The blender room, communal bathroom version 3. I also took this opportunity for this level and a couple of other levels to align the side walls to the main, because when you do an orthographic, you see like that, you don't see it, but when you're in perspective, you do. So yeah, light on. You see what I mean? You can't really get the full picture, can you? But if I do perspective, now we do. If you're wondering why it's red, it's because red is a placeholder for enemy, blue is a placeholder for, no, red's for you, blue's for an N. Yeah, red's for you, blue's for not you. Something like that. The reason why I've done it is these are placeholders for like privacy walls that just appear when you go into the rooms. And obviously, like nothing's there, so you come in, they come out, it'll go. But I want to give the illusion that, oh god, what's in here? The way I describe it is Resident Evil 1 remake. You go into that bathroom early on into the mansion, and you think, ah, no one's here. And then, you know, I won't spoil it for you. It's wonderful, wonderfully scary moment. But then something is there. Or like when you go to the, oh, is it like the courtyard outhouse wooden thing, and there's like a bathroom, and people have their own like little dorms, and it's similar sort of thing. No one's here, and then suddenly there are. So I'm going for that sort of aesthetic. Barry's bedroom. Key difference being you'll be able to use computers in the next couple of branches. Not the next branch, but the branch after. I'm working on computer widgets, so his computer will be unlocked, and so will his dresser, which is locked in the prologue. We've got Jackie's bedroom. Just rearranged. There's a book there. She's put a mouse back on there. That's been rearranged a bit. Computer's flashing now. It was showing something different. That book's moved. You might notice that not everything's have a desync event. It's because I didn't want it to just be, oh, everything's desynced in the whole ship. Something's just gone wrong with a part of it. Bathroom. Nothing special. Just bathroom. It does look weird. Partly due to how I've done these lights. They need another pass, but partly just due to how it looks before you like properly play it. Hallway hanger. Didn't actually create that in the end. I combined hallway hanger, the idea of hallway hanger, with hallway lower, because hallway hanger was just going to be another set of stairs, you know, transition to walk through into another hallway, and I thought instead of doing that, let's just do one big hallway lower. Normal maps for stairs, static meshes, so levels, stairs, version 3, Blender. You see now, like, I had to always keep it unlit for you to be able to see how it looked, and if I went to lit it would just be black, but now you can see it's a bit better. It's like a very quick normal map. Not really built for the version 3, it was more built for the version 2. The version 3 is just the version 2 glued next to each other. But yeah, so you can see, and it's better than what it was. You know, you've better, yeah. It's that one. Did a video about single keycard logic and double keycard logic. Won't delve too much into it. I just got it, so now a keycard relates to a door, and a door relates to a keycard. You can have multiple keycards up on one door, or you could have multiple, or you could have one keycard up on multiple doors. You see they relate there. So we've got card reader, which is this one, and you've got their door, which is that one. And if it's locked, you currently press E, and that'll go from red to green if it's unlocked. Normally it's locked on this one, and then that will allow you to use the door. If that's red, so it's locked, then you can't use that door. and double keycard. Just testing logic. I haven't got anywhere that uses double keycard yet, but similar sort of thing. You need to do like you need to get both keycards to go card readers to go green. I kept on doing that in the other video as well, where I did a step-by-step interchanging card reader with keycard. Refactor tidy names. Yeah, the doors. Some of the doors were just called like door alt BP, door BP, door 2 BP, things like that, and it was not really helpful, you know, if you're trying to quickly get to another door and understand what's going on. So I just renamed them. Upgrade hallway floors. Yes, you can see the floors look a lot better than that carpet texture I had. Yeah, I think it looks nice. Implemented the card readers, yeah. Alpha opacity and normal maps. Yes, some of the metal rooms now have like I've kept that metallic element in the material, but the non-metal rooms I've just turned it off, so that not all rooms just look like fully metal. Redesign hallway lower, yeah, I explained that. Lock the room meant to be locked for the prologue levels. Oh yes, so in the prologue levels I've gone through. I initially went through and locked each one of the rooms in the hallway, and then I thought, actually, if it's locked like this, there's no way you're getting in there, so I might as well just get rid of the blueprint, swap them with sprite placeholders, and then it just saves on compute, doesn't it, if nothing else. Create Act 1. Oh, I've got it there. Communal bathroom. Yeah, done. Act 1 play starts level movements. Yes, I'll showcase it. You'll be able to see me pass through the levels. Combine hallway, lower and hanger. Yes. Tweaked interaction range. Yeah, you just need to get a bit closer before you can interact with items now. Makes it a bit more realistic. Migrate test scores quest. Yeah, so we didn't. When I upgraded a bunch of the items to data assets, I didn't do a quest item one, so I just did got a quest one now. Use my eyes. Test scores, that one. So now that's actually got an item, and that's actually present. You can collect it in the storeroom again. Created swatches for color uniformity. I'll quickly show you it. Just going to take a second. It's going to load up a normal map. Just two beds on stone. You can see what I mean when I talk about normal maps. There you go. So we've got top, bottom, left, right. Unreal, because it's DirectX, does its top and bottom back to front, and that's why I flip the y-axis. Swatches are here. I've got the left, top, bottom, right. I've also got the blood swatches, and I just need to add some space ones in. So it's just like doing swatches, rather than just picking the colours from there or picking them from previous things. Now I've just got a swatch I can just keep going nice and cool. Adjusted UV maps for communal bathroom mesh. Yes, you know I said about lining up the side walls against the back wall and the floor. I've mostly the side walls against the back wall. I've done that now for communal and cafeteria and a couple of others. Several Act 1 variants of items. Yeah, nothing special. If I do like Act 1. There, right now we've just got like a bit of blood on one of the stools. We've got blood on the toilet. We've got blood on the sink. We've got its own sort of, Act 1 variant for the communal bathroom. Stuff like that. Nothing too special. You see like the normal map. There you go, left, right. Ignore them. No, Unreal put them there. And all this stuff, because that's actually invisible, because it's not used. It's like an invisible alpha wipes it, so it doesn't even incorporate it, but that's empty. Half the madness in the normal maps is Unreal. Align player stats sensibly. Yes, player stats don't always. You need to say which way you're starting, so you look close. You see, can you even see it? It's got an arrow. So when you start, you're gonna look. Your character's gonna look right. And there was times when it just didn't make sense for the character to look right, like it spawned looking right directly at a wall rather than the left. So just rotations. I did tweak to bathroom tile textures, similar to this sort of one. Just tidied it up a little bit so it just aligns better on like the UV map when you create the when you wrap it to the static mesh, the 3D model. Tidying up level objects and lighting settings. Yes, I'll show you that now. Let's do Prologue bedroom play. So now, if you look at, you remember how dark it is, I'm going to turn on and off, and it's going to be the same darkness. And what I'm trying to do is, oh, it's already on, sorry. What I was trying to do was, there was an inconsistency with the rec light directly above, not behaving appropriately with its intensity, like a user error. So I just changed the function, so now it just looks a bit more realistic. So when the lights are, when it's up, lights are off, and the exterior light shadows come shine through, as you can see. Lights down, the interior lights are on, the interior light shadows come on, and the exterior light shadows turn off. And that's what I'm going for. So see, just a bit nicer. So yeah, fix the light switch and tweaks cafeteria sidewalls. Mentioned that, but I'll show you again. So you can see what I'm talking about. I had the bright idea to put like a little trim on it, except from and do like the wires passing through. It's fine until they're not aligned up, but now they are. That's a shadow issue, and that's it for that branch. I have already done the door variants one. I've recorded that, and you'll be getting that video, and not long after this one. And then computer interaction. That'll be really fun. It should be nice and straightforward. I should be able to, like I kind of talk in this video, the video after this one, the branch one after this one. I think I can blast through these pretty quickly and get pretty like teeth stuck in pretty quickly into like Act 1 item levels, and then just get all the way through all this stuff, smash it, and then get a proper version 1 of the game, fully functional, where I just need to make the missions and the events, and like extra weapons and stuff, but the shell of it will be there. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you soon.